Hi, and welcome to the next edition of our language lesson. Into this lesson, we'll be looking at expressions in Ibibio language using the simple past tense. Expressions in Ibibio language using the simple past tense. Ibibio language, just like other African languages, indicates their past tense through the use of affixes. Yes, and in Ibibio we have just two affixes that you can use to indicate past tense. So are you a language learner of the Ibibio language and then you want to express yourself using the past tense? Then this lesson is for you. How do you express the past tense in Ibibio language? Let's look at some of the examples we have on the board. But before we work on the examples, it is important to note that there are two markers, two past tense markers in Ibibio that you can use to express the make expressions in the past, and they are ke and ma, ke and ma. Now let's look on the board. Ibibio uses affixes to indicate past tense markers. So we have two past tense markers in Ibibio language. The ke and ma, ke and ma. Now, ke can actually change its form to ki or ku, depending on the sound that comes immediately before it. The sounds that comes immediately before it. So, for example, we have here on the board, ama diambo. Ama here, ma is a past tense marker. So, ama diambo, did you eat? Dia is the verb, while ma is the past tense marker. So, ama diambo, did you eat? Now, it's possible to segment all of this sound production and then tell you what they mean. For instance, a is for a personal pronoun marker. So, that's the person referred to in the discourse. A. Then ma is for the past tense marker. A here is a concord marker, and then dia here is the root verb. Okay, then mpo here is referred to the subject, which is food. Okay, so that's how we can actually break down all of this to tell you what they all stand for. But that's not what we are going to be looking at in this lesson. This lesson is only centered on the past tense expressions in Ibibio language. So we are going to be focusing on that so that you don't get confused. Now the next one is, the next example we have on the board is Ame Nkeka Odua. K here represents the past tense, Ame Nkeka Odua. So while this is circled, it's because this can be removed and then the sentence will still be correct. For instance, Ame stands for the first person singular pronoun, Ame. So this also represents the first person singular pronoun. So at this point, it is redundant. But then you can still use this expression just the way it is on the board and it won't be a problem. Ame nkeka udwa. So I can say nkeka udwa. That means I went to the market. I went to the market. Another one example is nyan ima ika ndo odo. Nyan ima ika ndo odo. That means we went to the marriage. So ima indicates the past. We went to the marriage. So if you want to present this in the present, you will say nyan ika ndo odo. That means we are going to the marriage. But if it's in the past, nyan imaika ndo odo. We went to the marriage. The fourth example we have is Ommo emaedi nkanyan. Ommo emaedi nkanyan. That means they came to our place. Now, don't forget, we say that ma is the past tense marker. So Ommo emaedi nkanyan. They came to our place. So di means come. D means come. So Emma Edi. This is, don't forget, this is the personal pronoun marker. That is the third person plural pronoun marker, and this is concord. So at this point, Ommo Emaedi Nkanyan. They came to our place. This is the past tense marker on the line there. Then we have the fifth example. Itoro ye ubong ekedo ufan. Itoro ye ubong ekedo ufan. Here is the past. That's this, the verb to are. Do are. Then this is the past. Okay? So, Itoro ye ubong ekedo ufan. Itoro ye ubong were friends. Sorry, this will be and there. Itoro and ubong. Now, if you happen to say Itoro ubong edo, you get rid of the past tense marker. Itoro ubong edo ufan. That will give you Itoro and ubong are friends. But if they were friends before now, when the speech is being made, that means Itoro ubong ekedo ufan. They were friends. The next example we have is Ayan anie ikitwa odo. Ayan anie ikitwado. Ayan anie ikitwa odo. Now, remember what I said, that the K here can actually change its forms. That is what we call in language or sound assimilation. Now, this sound is assimilating to this other sound, the E sound. So that's why it is not K at this point, but ki. So, ayan anie ikitwado. Whose child was that crying? Whose child was that crying? So twa is to cry. But when you are using the past tense marker, you are expressing it in the past. Whose child was that crying? Or whose child cried? All right? Whose child cried? Did you get that? So the next example we have is Afo ukukara. Afo ukukara. This is like a question, but somehow it's also like a sentence. Afo ukukara. So it means you did not go. So ka here is the verb, the root verb to go. All right. Then here is a negation. It stands for negation. So maybe in a subsequent lesson we'll look at expressing negations in Ibibio language. So this it stands for negation. So that means not. You did not. Okay. So the ko here is the past tense marker that has been assimilated to this other sound. Afo uku kara, that means you did not go. So the next example we have is ndufo emaikat. Ndufo emaikat. So ndufo emaikat is translated to you saw it. You saw it. That's the second person plural. You saw it. Mufo emaikat. You saw it. Or it can be expressed this way. Ndufemaika, did you people see it? Did you people see it? Do you get the difference? Did you people see it? So this one is like a sentence. Ndufo emaika. That is an affirmative statement. You saw it. But the other one, if you say Ndufo emaika, that's a question. Did you people see it? Did you get the difference, or have you seen the differences in that expression? Let's continue. The next one we have is Afo Amaka. Afo Amaka. So, did you go? Afo Amaka. Did you go? Ami Mmakup. Ami Mmakup. I heard it. I heard it. Ami Mmakup. So we've come to the end of today's lesson. I hope you've learned something. And if this lesson has been helpful to you, and you know someone whom this lesson is going to be of help to, do what, click the share button so others can learn. And also do what to subscribe. Be sure to comment your views on the comment section. See you in our next lesson. Bye for now.